Testament of Job, chapter 5. And when Satan saw that he could put me to despair, he went and asked of the Lord for my body in order to inflict plague on me, for the evil one could not bear my patience. And then the Lord delivered me into his hands to use my body as he wanted, but he gave him no power over my soul. And he came to me as I was sitting on my throne, still mourning over my children. And he resembled a great hurricane and turned over my throne and threw me on the ground. And I continued laying on the floor for 3 hours. And he struck me with a hard plague from the top of my head to the toes of my feet. And I left the city in great terror and woe and sat down on a dunghill, my body being eaten. And I wet the earth with the moistness of my sore body, for matter flowed off my body, and many worms covered it. And when a single worm crept off my body, I put it back, saying, Remain on the spot where you have been placed, until he who has sent you will order you elsewhere. Thus I endured for several years, sitting on a dunghill outside of the city, while being plague stricken. And I saw with my own eyes my longing for children carried by messengers to heaven, and my humble wife, who had been brought to her bridal chamber in such great luxuriousness, and with spearmen as bodyguards. I saw her do a water carrier's work like a slave in the house of a common man in order to win some bread and bring it to me. And in my sore affliction I said, Oh, that these Bargarit city rulers, whom I should not have thought to be equal with my shepherd dogs, should now employ my wife as servants. And after this I took courage again. Yet after they withheld even the bread, that she should only have her own nourishment. But she took it and divided between herself and me, saying woefully, Woe to me! Very soon he may no longer have bread to eat, and cannot go to the market to ask for bread from the bread sellers in order to bring it to me that he may eat. And when Satan learned this, he took the guise of a bread seller, and it was as if by chance that my wife met him and asked him for bread, thinking that it was that sort of man. But Satan said to her, Give me the value, and then take what you wish. Immediately she answered, saying, Where will I get money? Do you not know what misfortune happened to me? If you have pity, show it to me. If not, you will see. And he replied, saying, If you did not deserve this misfortune, you would not have suffered all this. Now, if there is no silver piece in your hand, give me the hair of your head, and take 3 loaves of bread for it, so that you may live on these for 3 days. Then she said to herself, What is the hair of my head in comparison with my starving husband? And so, after having pondered over the matter, she said to him, Rise and cut off my hair. Then he took a pair of scissors and took off the hair of her head in the presence of all, and gave her 3 loaves of bread. Then she took them and brought them to me. And Satan went behind her on the road, hiding himself as he walked, and troubled her heart greatly.